Gun battles rage in the streets of Mexico's border towns. Have you wondered where these weapons come from?
A lot of the firearms that do get trafficked into Mexico, they're tied into some kind of criminal activity over there.
U.S. and Mexican officials say assault rifles, armor-piercing tools, bazookas, and even grenade launchers are being smuggled from the United States into Mexico.
Sometimes it's some of us, and I'm talking about Americans who sell the weapons for a profit.
Smugglers can get anywhere from $500 to $4,500 for combat-style weapons, which are often seized from powerful drug cartels. This powerful and sophisticated weaponry is smuggled through commercial corridors from El Paso to Brownsville. Violence in Mexico left an estimated 2,700 dead in 2007. In the past 3 years, this number has more than doubled since an estimated 1,200 in 2004. Speaking about drug trafficking and weapons smuggling in 2005, a high-ranking Mexican politician said this is a delicate matter that requires the cooperation of the United States, which has a lot of technology. It's so serious because it gives the impression that there is no real fight against drug trafficking. The threats Guajardo received for being an outspoken opponent of Mexico's drug cartels were realized late November 2007 when an armed commando opened fire, killing him and federal agents assigned to protect him. In January 2008, 2 Mexican federal agents were killed and 3 more were wounded in a gunfight with suspected narco-traffickers in the border city of Reynosa. The shootout came after arrest of 3 U.S. residents and 7 other suspects during a gun battle in the city of Rio Bravo. The growing military presence south of the border is the Mexican government's response to several shootouts between suspected drug cartel members and federal agents. At least 6,000 Mexican army soldiers, including elite forces known as Red Berets, are in several border towns in northern Tamaulipas. Concerns about police corruption led the Mexican military to temporarily take over police departments in Reynosa, Matamoros, and Nuevo Laredo. Soldiers checked every police officer, their firearms, patrol units, and even personal vehicles. Authorities have arrested some officers for carrying unregistered handguns and others detained on suspicion of funneling police and military information or providing protection for the drug cartels. Police departments on the U.S. side often encounter stash houses like this one in San Juan, where officers found weapons, ammunition, large amounts of currency.
They would package it for further distribution, whether the ammo was going to Mexico, whether the money was going to Mexico. Everything was being vacuum sealed so that they could put them in gas tanks and false compartments. That way they could get them across the border into Mexico.
If we don't have the cooperation with the Mexicans and the American law enforcement, it's going to be very difficult to get this job done.
The irony is that American tax dollars are being targeted to fight a war where the catalyst is the U.S. market for illegal substances, fueled by Mexican drugs and corruption, and fought on Mexico's streets with guns from the U.S. Our only hope is that these efforts help to prevent the deadly drug violence from making its way across the border. Victor Castillo, Action 4 News.